I first met Erin when she was visiting Western New England. She was a recruit for the softball team. I took her around campus and she met the rest of the softball team. I immediately picked up on her enthusiasm for softball. And she was pretty certain that after her first visit with us that she wanted to be a Golden Bear.
I can't recall the exact moment I met Erin. I I don't know what my initial thoughts or feelings were, but I knew that we got along very quickly. Me being a sophomore and her being a freshman, I was only a year older than her at the time. And we were pretty close. I mean, I was an outfielder, she was an infielder, and we always seemed to have got along. We never had an issue with each other. Upon graduation, we didn't stay in touch so much and lived pretty far, but Erin was always someone that was special.
So I met Erin when she joined SAC, the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, which is comprised of student athlete leaders from each team. Her first year here at Western New England College at the time, and then watched her grow in SAC for the next 4 years.
My favorite on-field memory of Erin was running out to home plate after she would hit a home run, which happened often because she hit a lot of home runs when she played. And I would just remember seeing her always. We'd be standing at home plate, cheering her on. She'd be turning third base and she would have the biggest smile on her face. She was just always very proud of being on the softball team and her softball skills. And of course, hitting a home run for the team is always really exciting. But you could tell she was her happiest on the softball field.
There wasn't a particular moment that I can recall, considering that graduating 20 years ago. But Erin loved to cheer for everyone, no matter who it was. If you played every day or once a month, she was very loud and loved to just cheer on everyone. She was also really hard on herself as someone that hit very well. If she left people on base or didn't connect, she took very hard, but we all kind of rallied around her, and she just wanted to make everyone feel as a cohesive part of a team. She actually she was mentioned in many articles during this season that I spent with her, but I remember that she actually called me out in one of the articles in the Republican. So she shared the wealth in, there was no I in team with Erin, and she wanted to make sure that the team felt that way.
One moment that I will never forget with Erin was when we traveled down to Virginia to see the softball team play in the World Series, in the Collegiate World Series. And we all went to dinner, and there was a lot of staff members from the department who traveled down and went to this beautiful place up in the mountains. And it was a family style dinner, and it was a great celebration to have with the team during this historic time for them at the World Series. And I remember Erin coming over as both a representative of the softball team, and I think in her mind as a representative of SAC and a student leader here on campus, and thanked everyone and really authentically showed her gratitude and appreciation for all of the staff members traveling down to Virginia to watch them compete on the national stage.
Erin loved softball. It was clear. I think you could tell she was most confident and her happiest when she was on the softball field. She treated everyone so kindly and with respect. And I feel that her induction into the Hall of Fame is well-deserved, not just because of her softball skills, but just because of the wonderful person she was, the teammate she was, and the friend that she was to so many people.
The impact that Erin made on campus. I think I'm going to have to expand this and say that she made an impact on campus and far beyond campus. Erin, as I mentioned, was a representative for her team for her first couple years here at Western New England on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, also known as SAC. And as she progressed, she was voted in by her peers to be the president of SAC by her senior year. And she had countless accomplishments, both within SAC on the campus level, within the conference SAC, on the conference level, and even on national SAC at the national level. In 2005, I believe it was, she traveled down to Disney's Wide World of Sports in Orlando, and I had the opportunity to travel with her for the National NCAA Leadership Conference. And there she represented Western New England again on the national stage in such a first-class way. She was one of only 300 student athletes to be selected for this prestigious leadership conference, and she did a phenomenal job of representing not only her own institution, but Division III as a whole, student athletes across the country, and as an incoming president for the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, really showed at a time that women were emerging as SAC presidents and as top leaders on their campus, the importance of empowering and inspiring other women to believe in themselves and to reach their goals, and to not let anything get in the way of that. And I watched Erin among those 300 student athletes. Just really, she inspired me. And when she returned to campus the following year, she had a great mentor in one of her teammates, Trish Troiano, who was a former SAC president, but she paved the way for future women on our campus, in our region, and she really helped to take SAC to the next level, and become a powerhouse within the region, and was recognized as one of the strongest student athlete advisory committees in the region that year by the conference office. So Erin paved the way for so many men and women at the leadership levels, students coming in, finding themselves and finding what they're passionate about, and following that passion to make an impact. And she did. She made an impact on our campus. She made an impact in the Springfield community. She was a big sister at Duggan and other organizations throughout Springfield. She was a tutor at local schools, and she was integral in the success of Girls and Women in Sports Day, which was at the time in its first couple years of existence. And this year we will be celebrating the 22nd annual Girls and Women in Sports Day on our campus. And Erin was a part of that. And Erin truly left a legacy here on our campus.
It's hard without getting emotional speaking about Erin, because she's someone that cared about people so much. Like, she would still text you for your birthday, even if you haven't spoken in literally years. And she was just someone that cared about people so much. And I think we all gotta miss her. And it's really unfortunate, but I'm glad that we're all here celebrating for her, and that we all show that we care. I miss my teammates terribly, and I wish I saw them more than I do. But I'm glad that Erin's getting this honor. It's much well deserved, and I'm sure we all miss her.